Sabaidi, Sawadi. How are all of thee? Are we all good? Sabaidi, mate? Yet again, another temple, a massive temple. You can see by the size of the car park that we have here. Very beautiful. Lots of beautiful Buddha statues. I'm not overly surprised about this particular, although actually I could probably slide the door open because it doesn't appear to have a lock on there. But it seems that this particular building is actually having some construction work done. Yeah. The only Gong gives us you, if you're a subscriber of the channel, thank you for that, for starters. So yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate all the new subscribers over the last month or two. It's really nice to see the Laotian people and the Thai people. The Thai and the Laos battle it out as my subscribers, and what I mean is I virtually have 0 subscribers from the West, like a minuscule, like 0 point something from America, a small number from India, because I have made some content with Indian temples, and yeah, bizarrely, or at least the analytics don't show me that I have nobody from the UK subscribed. That's not to say people that don't watch from the UK, it just means they haven't subscribed, which I don't care. I don't care where you live. If you subscribe, thank you. It's just as simple as that. So yeah, here I am. Another gorgeous temple, but it's locked up as tight as a drum. So you can't get into any of it. And like I say, this temple here, I think is under repair. Obviously this is brand spanking new, so clearly I'm not going to be going in there. But the actual temple building that is clearly not under maintenance, it's completely finished as a building, or as a temple I should say. There's no access. I've already been up. The door is well and truly locked. So all you can really do is walk around the outside, and that's it. Which is still as beautiful, but like I say, if any of you long-time subscribers will know, I like to have a go on the gongs, Gong, Hong, or Chong. Different names, different places clearly. The English would be called, the English word would be Gong. I think the Thai pronunciation is Chong, and I believe the Laotian pronunciation is Hong. So, yeah, it doesn't appear that I'm going to be able to find one in this particular temple, which is really, 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 really surprising, with it being such a large temple. Yeah, I'm a little bit baffled. Really am. Because normally there'd be a selection. A temple this size, which has clearly got a fair amount of money to be doing all this building work. You can tell that structure there is, probably not even a year old. So yeah, they clearly got money in this temple. So to not have the expected things, the gongs, or at least one. I mean, there's the stand for one up there, but there's no actual gong on it. It's just an empty stand, frame, whatever you want to call it. And that's because this temple seems to be the only one that I've ever come across with so many of these family memorial. I don't know what towers, because obviously I'm calling them that. That's probably not what they're called, but these memorial towers for the deceased people. I've never seen so many in one place. So perhaps for that reason, although I can't, understand as to why that would be a reason not to have any gongs, but maybe it is. Maybe it's a kind of one of those temples that, because it has so many people come visit and pay their respects to their deceased relatives, maybe they don't want the likes of me, or anybody else for that matter, coming in and playing the gongs, especially the likes of me, because obviously I sometimes go to town on them, you know. I really make them ring, and, you know, over 100 decibels. I think so far the loudest I've managed to get one of the gongs to go to is 114 decibel bells, which is actually enough to give you, you know, hearing damage. So obviously I don't, you know, want to be playing them for too long if I'm, you know, 'cause I'm an addict to them, you know, which is one of the major reasons why I come in here today. I needed to rub one off, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to rub one off in here. But luckily my friend's just messaged me, and he's on his way. Well, I'll say on his way. The Laos 20 minutes might be an hour, but he says he's on his way. I've got no idea what plans he's got for today. I need to go retrieve my motorbike from the repairman that's doing the repairs. Better actually give him a call, because he's 50 miles away from where I am. So I better actually just give him a call just to make sure that everything's okay for me to pick up, because if there's maybe some other parts that he needs, because this is like a small village in the middle of nowhere, you know, so they're not going to keep a massive stock of parts, especially not for my motorbike. It's not a common motorbike here. So this is why I had to order the parts from the capital city and then get it transported to my friend's place here in Paske, and then send it on again. So, you know, it's taking some time to organise that, and I don't want to now, even though we sent the parts yesterday and he received them yesterday, I haven't got in contact with him today to find out whether or not everything went well. And there's no need for me to try and source any more parts from here, because unfortunately he wasn't even able to source brand new parts. The only parts that seem to be available, or at least quickly, or as quick as, you know, seems to be. I'm sure I could have ordered stuff from Thailand, but you know, again, it might be that they don't keep it in stock. There don't seem to be much in the way of Yamaha dealerships in Laos. And to be fair, even the Yamaha dealerships in Thailand, a lot of parts that you might need to order, like I say, they don't seem to have like a big warehouse with a large selection of spare parts. You know, they'll have the obvious stuff, you know, like, you know, tyres and stuff like that, but actual, you know, the parts that aren't like due to wear and tear, you know, like like oil filters and things like that, and petrol fuel filters and all that kind of stuff. There's like fairly, you know, the stuff that the maintenance things. So they'll keep that sort of stuff as in a stock, but as much as keeping spare wheels, because Farang drove into a massive pothole and basically destroyed my wheel. They don't have those on the shelf, so I had to get one from, like I say, from Vietnam, which is I think about 600 kilometres away from Paske. Don't quote me on that. But, yeah. So I'm going to sit here now in the shade and just wait for my friend. Hopefully he'll be here soon, and either he'll take me to the bus station, or perhaps he might fancy a drive out to the into the countryside. I'm not sure obviously what plans he's got. By the way, guys, this is the local, it's the same as like a Grab driver or something like that. This is the company that they have in Laos for taxis. So you have to download the app see the name on the side of the truck there, car. Yeah, so, and actually the prices are very, very good, you know, because it's so, or it tells you when you book it, you know, where you're picking up from, where you're going to go to, and it gives you the cost. So you don't even need to worry about any scam taxi drivers. Tuk-tuk drivers, on the other hand, motorbike taxi drivers, on the other hand, well, as any of you will know, I avoid them with like the plague. I really have no time for tuk-tuk drivers or motorbike taxi drivers, because they're all scammers. Literally, you know, if you don't find one that's overcharging you, well, good luck for, you know, basically, because 99.9% of them will charge you more than they'll charge the local people, which is very discriminatory. You know, it's discriminatory. Is that how you say it? You know, basically they're charging by the colour of your skin, you know, or more specifically where you're from, which, you know, you can't, in the Western world you can't do that. You'd be in so much trouble for being, you know, discriminating against somebody, but it just seems to be the way it is in Asia, or especially in Thailand. I don't experience it so much in Laos, if I'll be honest with you. Laos, I can't talk about the taxi drivers, although I have been scammed by a couple. Yeah, so I know it obviously happens here in Laos too. So it's annoying, folks, isn't it? It's one of the worst things, in fact. I think it's probably one of those things that when people talk to their friends and family about their holidays, it's probably one of those things that's, you know, talked about a lot. You know, oh yeah, you got to be careful of the scammers, the taxi drivers. You know, they'll rip you off, and they do. They do. I mean, obviously you have to negotiate. That's the thing. Negotiate beforehand, a price that you're happy with and a price that they're happy with. But genuinely, they start really high. You know, like double, treble, quadruple the normal price. So when you do barter with them, they're still probably charging you double what they charge one of their own people. Which, like I say, it's discrimination. And in today's society, that's a big no-no. But you know, there isn't certain, you know, the meter taxis are supposed to have the meter running. And be my friend, come to pick me up. Anyway, so I say TTFN.